AM Extra and Coin 6 are your back-to-school headquarters, and we're getting closer to the return of on-campus instruction. A number of universities and community colleges across the country are now requiring COVID vaccines for everyone who's eligible, with some exemptions for medical reasons. Portland State University officials are encouraging students and staff to be vaccinated before the start of the school year. PSU's Director of Health Services says the student body already has a high vaccination rate, but shots will be provided on campus for students who still need to be vaccinated. Oregon State University, Western Oregon University, and the University of Oregon are also requiring vaccinations. Portland Community College, however, is not requiring students or employees to be vaccinated this fall term. Officials there say conditions should be good enough for operations to resume as normal once the term begins, with added safety measures in place.
It is a similar picture in Washington State. The University of Washington and Washington State University have also announced COVID-19 vaccination requirements, while Clark College in Vancouver is sticking without the requirement.
Well, joining us live this morning is the president of Clark College, Karen Edwards. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
So first, let's talk about this decision to not be requiring vaccinations. What went into that?
Really, we wanted to make sure that we didn't impose any additional barriers to students returning to college to finish their education. We are very much concerned about populations, particularly communities of color, that have had access problems as well as some hesitancy around getting the vaccine, and so we certainly didn't want to put another barrier in place. However, we still are very much concerned and focused on keeping people safe. So we are encouraging everyone and making opportunities for everyone to get the shot, but just not making it a requirement to return.
Okay, so we are seeing this Delta variant, running rampant across the country. I'm assuming you will have COVID requirements on campus. What are going to be those procedures?
Yeah, everyone will be wearing a mask. At least for the fall term, we will make sure that everyone is wearing a mask. We are also required to ask people to share their vaccine status, whether or not they've been vaccinated or their intention to be vaccinated. We must maintain a 3-foot social distancing requirement as well. Continuing to encourage folks to do the hand washing, and certainly if there's any symptoms, to report that and make sure that they take the necessary precautions.
Is this having an impact on class sizing? How many students you're able to bring back onto campus at a time?
Yeah, we're not looking to just, fling the doors wide open and resume pre-COVID activities. However, we are adding some classes, in-person classes for the fall. We had some classes during the past 18 months, but there were very few. The lab sciences, some of our career tech programs that required that in-person education or exchange of knowledge. For the fall, we're looking to add about 400 classes that will be fully face-to-face, and then maybe another 450 or so that are hybrid, meaning a portion of the classes will be taught online and another portion will be taught in person.
Okay.
So it's going to grow significantly from what we had, but it's certainly not what we had pre-COVID.
Now, what is the protocol if a student tests positive for COVID-19?
They will have to, I believe it's at least a 7-day kind of isolation. We are having also our stations, so students have to answer 3 questions, whether or not they've exhibited any symptoms. Once that is reported to our health offices, they're contacted by an administrator and advised on what to do next. Certainly to get tested, but more importantly, to self-isolate.
Well, we've certainly seen over the last year and a half here just how quickly things can change. Everyone is optimistic here about the summer and as things get ready to come back to the classroom in the fall. But if we continue to see increasing rates of COVID, if we see more community spread, are there plans at all to return to fully distant learning if need be?
If need be, absolutely. And we are following certainly the guidance from our governor, from the proclamations that have been given to us already, as well as guidance from the local health authority and CDC. So if there is a need for us to return to primarily online, we will absolutely do that. And we certainly have had experience doing it just recently.
All right, Karen Edwards, president of Clark College. Thanks so much for joining us. Good luck with the school year.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.